Breaking on KGW News, a nearly 70-year-old cold case emerging from under the water as sheriffs uncover a car potentially linked to a missing family of 1958.
She must resign immediately, and any notion of paid leave should be dismissed outright.
Plus, Clackamas County community outraged after their elected commissioner got charged with multiple theft and forgery crimes.
And a moon landing got a little help from a longtime Portland company. We'll show you how Columbia lends a helping hand.
We start at noon with breaking news in the Gorge. Nearly 70 years after a family went missing, it appears that there is a break in the case. KGW covered the Martin family's disappearance extensively in 1958, and now the sheriff's office thinks it found their car at the bottom of the Columbia River. Right now, a crew is working to get that car out of the water. Ashley Grams joins us live from Cascade Locks, where the recovery is happening right now. So, Ashley, what can you tell us?
The Hood River County Sheriff's Office says that a recovery team is on a barge with a crane to try and pull this car out of the river and shed some light on a case that has gone unsolved for decades. You can see where the base of operations is just further down toward the locks. Multiple law enforcement agencies here and the state crime lab. 3 members of the Martin family have never been found since they went missing in 1958. Investigators are still looking for Kenneth, Barbara, and their oldest daughter, who's also named Barbara. The bodies of the 2 younger girls, Virginia and Susan, were found a few months after their disappearance in different areas of the river. The family had taken a road trip from Portland to the Gorge to collect greenery to make Christmas trees, but never returned home. Back in 2018, a local diver became interested in this case, and for the past 7 years, he's been looking for this car and any evidence of the Martin family. Last fall, he found it.
I've located a car and then was able to dig down, so we're talking about 50 feet under the surface of the water, 7 feet under the ground. And through predictive modeling that I've been doing and my knowledge of the river, I was able to start digging with Army Corps of Engineer permission and all the agencies involved. We're using a suction dredge and eventually found a car that within a few days determined to be 99.9% the Martin car.
The Hood River County Sheriff's Office says they are treating this like a criminal investigation, and while they don't know what is inside the car, they are prepared to take in any kind of forensic evidence. At this point, we don't know how long this recovery mission will last. We just talked earlier with a diver who found this car. He just dove in this area of the river a few days ago. He says visibility is very difficult. He could only see out to about his elbow. China.
Our Ashley Grams reporting live for us. Thank you, Ashley. In the meantime, the search continues today for the 6th day for missing toddler Dane Paulson. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Department says they are focusing their search on the Siletz River. Dane was last seen playing in his family's front yard near the river's edge on Saturday. Search teams have already recovered over 680 acres and 340 miles with no signs of the 2-year-old. Community members in Clackamas County are calling on one of their commissioners to resign. Commissioner Melissa Fireside is indicted on multiple charges, including theft, identity theft, and forgery, and has taken a leave of absence. Court documents say in September of 2024, she used a computer to steal more than $10,000 from an 83-year-old man. She's also accused of identity theft and forgery. Today at the county commissioners meeting, residents shared their feelings.
Fireside's alleged actions reveal a profound breach of trust. These are not mere accusations of mismanagement. They are serious crimes that strike at the heart of public accountability. Resignation is the only acceptable course. A leave of absence, especially with pay, would signal that Clackamas County tolerates corruption, rewarding Fireside with taxpayer dollars while she faces justice.
Fireside declined to comment on the charges. She'll be back in court on April 28th. All right, headed over to Rod Hill now for a look at the weather.
We have beautiful weather. I'm going to spend some time showing it off. So good afternoon to you. Let's begin at the coast. Here's Lincoln State Schnookwan's Casino Resort camera. Expected to be in the low 50s this afternoon. And right now you're almost there at 49 degrees. It's pretty much just been a sunny day across our entire 2-state area. Here's the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club. out in Aloha. They generally stayed just above freezing last night. 52 is where you are right now. And here's downtown Portland. We were in the mid 30s this morning, and right now 53. So we have a chance to get up to 60. Absolutely. It was 59 degrees yesterday. Hood River is about the same. It's 52 degrees right now. Beautiful sunshine in the gorge. There you can see the great visibility, and that's the top of Mount Adams sticking up from the back patio at Cathedral Ridge Winery out in Hood River. Well, I have us 59 at 4 p.m. We'll see if we hit 60 degrees or not. The cool off will be fairly quickly if you have plans to be out this evening, 8 o'clock, down to about 48 degrees. The weekend still looks great. We'll have that. And then we are tracking that stronger front next week, coming in with rain and mountain snow. We'll have that in your 7-day forecast as well.
Thank you, Rod. We have an update on the layoffs of the Bonneville Power Administration. A source familiar with the BPA tells KGW that 80 probationary employees who were let go are being asked to return. There's no timeline for them coming back, but the Trump administration is trying to shrink the size of the federal government. Last month, we reported that 200 workers resigned after accepting a federal buyout. An additional 90 job offers were rescinded and more than 100 new workers were fired. A former administrator of the BPA warned that the job losses could leave us in the dark due to unplanned outages. But the BPA owns and runs 75% of the high voltage transmission in the region and provides 30% of the power. And President Donald Trump is postponing the 25% tariffs on most goods from Mexico for a month after a conversation with the country's president there. And Trump's Commerce Secretary says tariffs in Canada will also likely be delayed. Today, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says that he welcomed the delay, but Canada's plan to impose retaliatory tariffs would remain in place for now. We spoke to a local farmer who says he will feel the impacts of the tariffs on Canada and Canadian goods because some of the material he buys for his farm comes directly from Canada.
Our structures, our greenhouses are built with the aluminum products coming out of Canada, and we will be dealing with definitely higher costs if that is to happen.
Nelson says they could see the effects as soon as this spring, and it may force him to make some tough decisions. Oregon State Park is hiring more than 200 seasonal rangers and ranger assistants across the state for the 2025 season. The positions last anywhere from 4 to 9 months. Most seasonal staff work April through September, but some start as early as this month or work as late as December. The seasonal staff duties include janitorial work, landscape maintenance, and visitor services. For more information, visit stateparks.oregon.gov. It was a dramatic moment this morning when a lunar lander landed on the moon. The device used Columbia sportswear technology to reach the moon's south pole. Thomas Schultz joins us outside Columbia, where there was a watch party today. So Thomas, what was it like watching this?
Yeah, well, China, in this room here, there was a big crowd, hundreds of people watching projectors that is, waiting for that landing. And just around 10, the lander Athena finally arrived on the moon, marking a big step in a long-time project for Columbia. Fly us to the moon with a little help from an outdoor company on Earth?
It's a real thrill.
A real thrill for Columbia CEO Tim Boyle and hundreds of employees.
It's absolutely incredible.
As they watched a lander named Athena touch down on the moon.
There aren't many companies that can claim, they went from global to intergalactic.
Columbia partnered with Initiative Machines to send Athena to the South Pole in hopes of finding ice in an area that's rarely been explored. And it couldn't have been done without the Pacific Northwest juggernaut.
It's just an honor, and it's so exciting to see that Pacific Northwest heritage blend so seamlessly with innovation and literally the next frontier in space.
Columbia kept the lander warm on its 9-day journey through tech it uses in jackets. That's tough to do in fluctuating space temperatures,
which are pretty extreme. They can range from minus 250 degrees Fahrenheit to plus 250 degrees Fahrenheit.
Haskell Beckham, VP of Innovation at Columbia, says the company also blocked solar radiation from affecting the lander, once again using tech found in the company's products. After they gather data of the product in space, Columbia officials say they can create even better products for us down here.
You take new insights and you can actually adopt those and integrate those into your consumer products to help people here on Earth.
Before blasting off again to even bigger adventures.
There are people in Washington, D.C. who want to go to Mars, and so we're ready to help do that.
Now, while that lander is on the moon, it's looking for two things in particular. First, it's going to be drilling for ice. It's also going to be looking for lunar soil. Now, NASA says lunar soil could be big for future explorers. They said maybe that soil could be used for fuel and even breathable oxygen. China?
Very, very cool. Thomas Schultz, thank you.